It is time to stop carrying the weight of your past experiences with you, to stop carrying the weight of what you have or haven't done in your life so far with you into today. It is time to stop holding who you have been as an example of who you are capable of being, because the truth of the matter is that who you were yesterday does not get to determine who you are today and who you become tomorrow. Each day we are given an opportunity to start becoming someone new, to take one step of growth that helps us begin to blossom into someone that we can love personally, to help us create a life that is good for not only us, but that is also good for other people in the world. We can create great change when we understand that our yesterday does not determine our today. However, when we carry the weight of our past with us as a determining factor for our future, our past becomes our prison. It becomes a cage of limitations that seems to write our story in advance for us. That story of the past becomes a script of our future, and we relive what it is we've been through before. Where each day realistically gives us an opportunity to start a new page, a new chapter in our book. We can write that chapter differently than we've written everything before this, by taking responsibility for our own growth and letting us become someone new. Now, I'm talking about this today because it has been such a theme that has shown up with my clients all throughout the week. And I know that if it's weighing them down, if this has been something that's weighed me down in my past, then I know there's a good chance that it could be weighing you down too. So it is time to pause and reflect how the past is stopping you from living truly today. This can look a million different ways because we are all different people. It could mean that you wished you were further along in your life, and so you judge yourself about not living up to some huge expectation that you have for your life. And because of that, you don't really let yourself move forward. It could mean that someone criticized you in the past, put you down when you put yourself out there, and you chose to believe those words and use those words to hold you back from being who you want to be today. It could mean that you had a huge failure, that you fell and decided that instead of standing up and trying again, that maybe staying down was safer. It could mean that you have experienced perhaps terrible hurt in the past, that you have either been a victim or perhaps you were the one who victimized someone. And because of that, you let that pain continue to cripple you and determine what you are capable of being or doing in the future. The truth of the matter is that yes, where we are or what we've been through may hurt. That is valid. However, every single one of us is capable of starting to heal that hurt, is capable of starting to process what we have been through, is capable of starting to let go. We are each capable of starting to take an action that we did not take the day before, where we choose to believe in ourselves and our capability to stand up and be someone who creates the life that we want to live, who shines the values that we want to stand for. However, in order to do this, in order to really move beyond what we have been through before, we need to take a moment to accept our past and stop fighting it. A lot of the times as we ruminate over our past of what we could have done different, how we are to blame, how there's shame, how there's guilt, how there's limitation, how we are not enough. We continue to run ourselves through that story over and over again and don't let ourselves move beyond. So it starts with a piece of acceptance, saying that, yes, this is where I have been. Because by accepting that past, we give ourselves the ability to create something different today. We can show ourselves the compassion and kindness today that can help to set us free on a new path, allowing us the growth that helps us become someone new. This is not only the way that we can create something fantastic for ourselves, like the life that we dream is possible. We can take a step in that direction each day. But this is also how we become someone who stands up for a better world, for humanity that cares for each other, that shares values, that seeks justice, that seeks love, that seeks to live in a world that is equal, where each person is valued. Because if we believe that where we have been yesterday determines who we are today, and that we recognize that that person that we were yesterday was perhaps ignorant, held a belief that didn't serve the world, then believing we're the same as we were yesterday holds us back from being able to take a step that creates social change. This is especially important right now as we are faced with the Black Lives Matter movement. We have the ability to recognize how in the days that passed, we perhaps did not stand up against the system like we could have. That instead of simply not being racist, that today we have the ability to choose to be actively anti-racist. However, if we are stuck to our past, not only are we personally in a cage where we are not able to seek personal growth, but we aren't able to also stand for that social growth that the world is calling for right now. So there are so many things at play here when we think about leaving our past behind. So if you are having a hard time leaving parts of your past, that weight, putting it down, if you're having a hard time with that, then think that if you can't find the motivation for you, seek outside yourself for a moment and find motivation in the world, a cause that you want to stand for and support. Because it becomes a cycle. The more that we support things outside of ourselves and see that we are a person that is capable of instigating change or helping change along, then we become more capable of believing in our own change and our ability to create a life that we want to live. It goes both ways. So when we accept and take responsibility for ourselves, when we say that, yes, today I can be someone new, we take a fantastic step towards creating a loving world, a loving space. So take a moment and check in with yourself, check in with your personal values, check in with what you want to represent in this world, check in with what your purpose is or what it could be, because you can create something new. You can take a step today that helps you live the life that you want to live, but it starts by not letting your past determine who you get to be today. The truth of the matter is that you are worthy, you are deserving, that you are beautiful inside and out, and that you have so much love to give yourself and the world. But first, it takes being brave enough to step into the path of growth that you are capable of. Personal growth creates growth in the world. So when we become responsible for who we are, we ignite a greater responsibility for spreading love in this world. If you need support, don't hesitate to reach out, because you are not in this alone. You are not defined by who you were yesterday. You have a chance to live something new today, to live something new tomorrow. It is okay if that past still hurts. That hurt doesn't determine what you can become. All it takes today is a single step in the right direction. You can do it. I believe in you.